Welcome everyone. At the time of recording, we don't have a channel name, so this is going to be a weird introduction. But this is kind of an experiment. Me and Hayden here talk a lot about Power Rangers, and we thought, why not do something with that? So this is kind of a test to see how this video does. But we're just going to talk about our favorite Rangers. I did 5 honorable mentions and then a top, and then 10 main ones. Did you do any honorable mentions? Like, because we talked about it.
I did a little, but I was thinking we can just do this kind of like towards the like before our number ones.
That works. So this is the ground rules is no more than 2 in the main list from each team, or else it would all just be like all Mighty Morphin or all SPD or whatever. Now
I actually,
duplicate team members of the team may show up in say honorable mentions. So like if I have 2 Time Force Rangers, I could do a third one in an honorable mentions because that's a different thing. And then both of us kind of lose interest in Power Rangers after RPM, so there won't be any Neo Saban or Hasbro on either of our lists, as far as I'm aware.
there's one on my list.
Oh, okay.
There's one on my list.
Okay. I haven't
There were
seen any of
all
that stuff, so there's none of that on my list.
there were almost two, but I threw the other one into an honorable mention.
And then it is also should be noted we're both missing certain seasons that we haven't finished or haven't seen. I haven't seen Zeo. I haven't seen any of Neo Saban, etc. And Hayden's seen like an episode, just one episode of the whole show, whole
Yeah, I've
franchise.
never no Power Rangers. Not at all. I'm not a fan.
All right, Hayden. We did not tell each other our lists. So what I think we'll do is if I say a character that you have on your list, we'll do the red letter media style. If I say a
Okay.
character and then you can say your ranking for that character if you have it, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
My number 10, are you ready?
Yes.
Kira Ford.
She is not on my list.
Oh, okay. I almost put her in my honorable mentions, but like I like her a lot.
Yeah,
I
I
think
like
she's
her a
got one of the
lot.
most unique personalities in Power Rangers. Um, Easily my one of my favorite Yellow Rangers. Not my favorite Yellow Ranger. I have another Yellow Ranger on my list. Um,
I don't actually. I don't have a Yellow Ranger on my list.
why do you hate women?
There are plenty of women on the list. No,
No. Obviously, Dino Thunder means a lot to me as a big. I grew up, in the '90s with Mighty Morphin, and this is a spiritual successor to that in many ways. And Hayden has more knowledge of the Sentai, so let me ask you if you know: is Abra Ranger connected to Ranger, or is that just an American thing?
no, that's just America. Like we don't do that. Or sorry, not we. Japan doesn't do that at all.
Okay.
Uh, they don't really connect at all to each other.
Okay.
It's just also dinosaur themed.
Okay.
They do
Um,
a team up, but that's not until years later.
the musician angle is really interesting. I don't think we get a lot of that in Power Rangers. It is a little sad that that actress seems to kind of hate Power Rangers now.
Yeah, that sucks.
Um, I'm sure she's had bad experiences with fans though. So
Yeah,
what can you
well,
do?
I've really seen her in nothing else except she's in Cloak and Dagger.
Well, uh, what do you have anything else you want to say about Kira Ford?
I mean, the Dino Thunder cast is just really well rounded. They're all good together. I actually, and you know what show it is. I actually tried to make it a point to only have one per show on my list, with one exception. But you know what that is, and we'll get there. Um, but so I have another Dino Thunder Ranger later, but
Mhm.
um, I like Kira a lot. She's probably my second or third favorite on that team,
Mhm.
but I like her
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
was torn which if I like her or Ethan more. I think at the end of the day, I like her more because she does stand out. I like Ethan, but at times he's too close to Billy.
Yeah, that's true. Kira's nothing like Kimberly or Trini. Like,
Yeah, we don't have a Kimberly comparison. What is your number 10?
so my number 10 is, and we were talking about this earlier, and you said it was whack, but I picked it anyway, is Psycho Pink. Uh, and this is because
Not even the best Psycho Ranger.
no, so it was between red and pink, and I had to flip a coin to pick. Um, and I those were the options because, like you said, red is crazier. And it's awesome, but when Pink comes back in Lost Galaxy, she kills their Pink Ranger,
Hmm.
and it's amazing.
No, yeah, and I still need to
I
watch that.
uh, I mean, it's kind of indirectly, but she does kill her, and then she's dead for the rest of that season until the
Wait,
finale.
yeah,
Which is just for Power Rangers is awesome,
that's a
and I just
first,
yeah,
and maybe only.
yes, I believe only, unless I'm not thinking of something,
Yeah, I might be
um,
forgetting something.
but and the Psychos are just I love their designs. They're some of my favorite suits, and I wanted them on here.
Yeah, I didn't even think about putting them because they're not Power Rangers
Yeah, but
technicality. My big problem with the Psycho Rangers, and I don't like what they do in the comics either, because what you had talked about, they turn them human. When they get their monster forms, they just look like generic Power Ranger villains. The
no, I
Psycho Rangers
agree.
are so unique.
But I love the suits, and I kind of wanted them just to as the like evil ranger on the list.
Yeah. All right. My number nine. I don't have these in order, so it's harder to pick. Um, I'm gonna have to go with Trent from Dino Thunder.
Okay.
Uh, he's just cool. Like the White Ranger's
He's really
cool.
cool. He's like the best suit of all time.
Yeah.
One of the best suits.
Obviously a parallel with Tommy. One of the things that I wish Dino Thunder had done, but that's almost asking it to be a different show, is kind of call attention to that parallel and like have
Yeah, they
Tommy
do.
be like, I know what you're going through. I've been there.
They do a little, but not a lot. Trent was on my honorable mentions.
Okay. Uh, I love his morph because he never yells. He just kind of like whispers at his morpher, and it should be dumb, but it's not.
Yeah, and it's like that's kind of from the Sentai too,
Oh, okay.
where
The
he just
only
kind
thing
of
that
talks.
sucks about the White Ranger is that like Battleizer, I think the long black spikes ruin it.
Yeah, his Super Dino mode in general is dumb.
Yeah.
I
I
love
do,
it.
however, like Connor's like night mode.
The Triassic Ranger.
Yeah, that looks pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I don't like his Battleizer though.
I I think the only Battleizer I like at this point is Time Force because that's a cool. Wes's
I
Time Force one is cool, where he has to like kill a dragon for it.
I really like the Mystic Force one
I
because
haven't seen Mystic Force.
it's dragon armor,
Hmm.
and I kind of like SPDs because
It's okay.
I think
Have
it
you have
works.
you seen the Time Force Battleizer episode for Wes?
Yeah, I have.
It's so weird that it turns into like a fantasy show for a minute. Like there's a horseman going around and he has to fight a dragon.
Eric's Battleizer's terrible.
I cracked up at the skates.
It's not as bad as Carter's, but
Yeah. Uh okay. So that was my number 9. What is your 9?
my number 9 is the only Neo Saban Ranger on either list is Lauren Shiba.
And see
Uh,
I hear people like her. My only exposure to her is Prime, which is such a just like
and she's in Shattered Grid too. She's a pretty big part
oh
of
yeah.
Shattered Grid.
But I like
Um,
at least in Prime, which is more just recent in my memory. Eh?
yeah, I mean, I get that. Lauren is first female. Well, no, second female Red Ranger technically.
Who's the first?
A Squad from
Oh, yeah.
uh Lauren is the best part of Samurai, which isn't saying much, but she is. She's
Should they
kind of
have
the
just
only act.
made her like the main Red Ranger?
I mean, you can't really do that with the footage, but it would have been a better show if they tried to do that. She's way better than their actual Red Ranger, who I contend I hate.
You're gonna
I
get Jaden's Blazers in the comments section.
don't know. I hate Jaden Shiba so much. Lauren is kind of the only good character in Samurai, in my opinion. Um,
Damn.
but I do like her, so I threw her on the list.
I love that suit. And I think her version looks better than the main version.
I agree.
Uh,
Something
so
about the helmet shape I think works better on a like I don't even know if that makes any sense, but something about the way the helmet looks
uh
makes
uh,
it look better on a female body.
yeah. So my number 8 is my second Yellow Ranger of the list, Summer Lansdowne.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I like Summer. She's not on my list, but
I like her a lot. She's not quite as good Wes in terms of character arc.
mm-hmm.
But I like that actress a lot. She went on to be in like iZombie. She's got a new sitcom I keep meaning to check out, but I haven't.
Was that Ghost?
Ghost or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
I like her. I think she's got a really cool personality. And I think it helps too because you kind of have that like budding romance story with her and Dylan, and it works because they have chemistry. So it gives her a little something extra to do versus, and sometimes in the shows, Yellow and Pink kind of get thrown to the background because they don't have anything for them.
Sure.
You're like, I don't care.
No, I do care. I like Summer. I always thought it was weird that she was the only one who got a two-parter for an origin.
Is that
'Cause I
true?
feel like she does. Yeah, she doesn't really need it.
Hmm.
I don't know that you need two parts for that story. I like her episode. And she's good in the show.
Mhm.
It's
I think my only problem is her parents are really cartoony.
yeah, that's which for RPM doesn't really fit.
Well, no, and also because like I said, she's very much in that same archetype as Wes, and I really like Wes's dad. I think he's uh, quite maturely written for the show or for this
Yeah.
franchise.
So that was your number 8.
Yeah. What is your number 8?
Speaking of maturely written, we're moving on to Boom for one. Mine is my number 8 is the Ranger Slayer.
I don't have much to say on this one, so tell us about the
I
Ranger Slayer.
Ranger Slayer is Kimberly from another dimension where Lord Draken took over the world, and all of her friends are dead.
All
and
of
she
your
got
friends are dead.
She got brainwashed by Draken, who is evil Tommy, for those who don't know, from another universe, who uses the green and white powers fused together. And I love her design. Her design's amazing. And I haven't read all of Boom. I've basically her stuff I've read which is why she's lower on the list, is the initial stuff where she shows up, and then when she betrays Draken and helps her in Shattered Grid, and then some early stuff. I don't like Beyond the Grid at all, but she is interesting in that still.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of the leader of that team, pretty much. And she's still good in that, even though that stuff is weaker.
Mm-hmm.
And that design is just crazy good. I love that. I love that design. I know we're not basing on design, but
it is really good. Yeah, I haven't read that stuff in long enough to really have an opinion on it. But no, I remember that being a cool idea. Honestly, I like her better than Draken.
I do too. Draken's not on the list.
Oh no, he's your favorite. He'll be number 1.
Yeah, you're right. No, he won't.
Okay, so we're at number 7.
Yeah.
This is where Hayden crucifies me. You want to guess?
Kruger.
Number 7 is Doggy Kruger.
That's where Kruger is.
He's probably number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kruger's awesome. The problem is everyone else on my list I like more.
Yeah, I get that.
But I think he has a cool arc. This would never happen because it is Power Rangers. But I think it would have been interesting if his resolution was that his wife died, but he had to learn how to move on.
Yeah,
But we gotta shoehorn that happy ending.
I kind of agree. I think him ending up with Kat is also maybe a better ending than his wife coming back.
Yeah, his wife, she's there.
Yeah, and I
Um,
mean,
and
she looks like that.
yeah, and he is the only SPD Ranger that made my list. I will say that.
And we can talk about him more when we get to him on mine.
Yeah.
Um,
What is your
my
number
number,
7?
my number 7 is where John crucifies me. My number 7 is Jen from Time Force.
Okay, so here's the thing. I like Jen a lot. She didn't make my list.
Okay.
Uh,
Uh,
if we were doing more than 5 honorable mentions, she would have. But because I like her a lot. She's my favorite Pink Ranger. There's just Rangers I like more.
and we are only doing 5 honorable mentions. So I'm gonna cross a couple off.
That's all I've got. If you've got more, then it's whatever. But
I will make it. I'll make it work. All right. Yeah, I like Jen a lot. She's the leader of that team. Well, she kind of co-leads, but um, character development is great for her. Acting is hit or miss with its Power Rangers. Um,
no, it's good.
and she's better than most actors in Power Rangers.
Yeah, and it helps. She has the same thing that I think Summer and Dylan have. Is it's a love story carried by 2 actors that, even if they're not great, have great chemistry.
Yeah, and they are good together. I need to read that sequel comic. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, because I think that show's always played coy on if they end up together.
They're supposed to.
Okay.
I don't really. I'm not sure that works because Time Force time travel is the past changes when you're in it. So I don't know how that works, but
Yeah, because like I would like to see them together because I like them a lot together. But again, I think that's a more interesting character arc if it's the tragic love story. You know, these 2 people want to be together, but they can't.
yeah, I mean, Time Force is really good, but like I said, I kind of only have one per season on my list.
I have 2
Except for
Time Force.
with one exception, and Jen is probably my favorite Time Force Ranger.
She's great.
So that's my number 7.
My number 7 is also a Time Force Ranger.
What
Or
number
no,
6?
my number 6. Yes, thank you. Is also a Time Force Ranger. Eric Myers. This is a top 3 6th Ranger, simply for the fact that he is a dick, and he maintains a dick for the entire show.
He's about to crash out.
He's a freak.
Eric is the king of the crash out.
Yeah. Best Time Force suit, like hands down.
Yeah, I would say so. Even though it's just red but pointier.
Darker. My favorite thing though is because you told me in the Sentai it's the Time Fire Ranger, but we change him to Quantum Ranger, which I think works better. But his morpher still says fire when he morphs. It's really funny.
Yeah. One of my favorite examples of that is in space when Silver morphs. You see Mega on the morpher.
What does that mean?
The worst one is, and this is a tangent and nobody cares, in Megaforce, for a brief second when they morph, they have those morphers. I know you don't like them, but they open them and then they have cards. And that Sentai is called Go Sager. When they turn the cards around, you can see Go Sager on the front of the cards.
It's amazing. I say that Eric is a dick for like the entire series, and he is. I think he's one of the only 6th Rangers that never really joins the team.
No, not really.
Like he kind of just does his own thing, but you do get the satisfying moment of him and Eric realizing they have to work together, because now it's just them. And that actor's great.
Yeah, he is great, and he's in Devil May Cry.
He is. Although, okay, if I have one complaint about Time Force, the finale is him and Eric co-leading, or Wes and Eric co-leading the Silver Guardians. I feel like it should have just been Eric leading them. Like that
Yeah,
that's his goal, right? Like that's not what Wes wanted,
I get that.
but
Um,
it's fine. And I love in Forever Red when they just show up as Silver Guardian uh, members, and I don't know how they got the powers back, but it's fine.
that's fine. Didn't Eric keep? Does Eric not keep his, or am I misremembering Time Force?
I don't I don't think any of them do. They usually don't.
Because Wes had to give his back. I know, but I thought
Yeah,
Eric.
maybe Eric did. I don't
I
remember.
could be wrong.
I just watched it too. I don't know.
Tragic.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, I like Eric. He's one of my favorite Sixth Rangers. He also has my favorite moment in the big crossover because the two main teams come together. It's Lightspeed and Time Force, and the villain of that season is like 10 Rangers. That's not a problem. And then the two Sixth Rangers rock up like late. They're like, make that 12.
Now it's an unwinnable situation. Two
Yeah.
more.
Um. But yeah, that's my number 6. The good old Quantum. Oh, also Kick-Ass Zord, best Zord in that show.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
That's my one big thing with Time Force is, and I'm assuming Time Ranger has the same problem. The Zords are kind of
Well, yeah, Sentai. They're yeah they. I mean, Power Rangers. I don't think has ever invented their own Megazord. So
yeah.
we all.
Like the Megazord's fine, but the Zords, it's in that era where a lot of the Zords are just fancy vehicles.
Yeah, which I like it when it makes sense.
It
Time
works for that
Force.
show, but I prefer the animal Zords like
I
Mighty
get that.
Morphin.
Um, Speaking of Zords that aren't great, my number 6 is Ziggy.
Oh, he did not make my list, but I do love him. One of
Uh,
my second favorite Green Ranger, I think, at this point.
Ziggy might be the funniest character in funniest Ranger probably in Power Rangers.
Yeah,
We've talked about this before. The most incompetent Power Ranger of all time, and I love him.
yeah,
Um, and he, the subject of my favorite quote in RPM. What's it like being stupid your whole life? Is it as wonderful as it seems?
yes,
He worked for the mob. He can't do anything right. Um, he gets powers on accident. He's peak.
yeah. No, it's great. Um, well, and he provides a lot of that like meta humor that RPM is known for. Uh, like why is there always an explosion going off behind me?
Yeah. Can that happen in the kitchen?
Him and he and Dr. K have the weirdest dynamic that it feels romantic, but it's never outwardly so.
Yeah, but I always read it as like it would get there or
Yeah.
could get there.
I mean, she's his
And then
or he's her password. That's
yeah,
like
no,
peak
that feels
teen
romantic.
drama romance.
And then those actors got married.
Yeah, didn't they divorce though?
Yeah, well,
Well, that's
burn hot and die out.
exactly. Um, one of the better RPM suits too.
Yeah, I like his suit. I like this might sound weird. I like that it doesn't fit,
I can see that.
which because it works for RPM because they're kind of thrown together.
Yeah. Well, it's
Um, and
funny because that show does like the core 3 that Disney really started to do around that time.
yeah, which is my
Uh
favorite. I love Core 3.
and then our eyes in is the 4th Ranger, which is black. And then the 5th Ranger is the goofball. But then that's where you also run into the problem of well, then we get the two other ones that are also goofballs.
Yeah, but Ziggy's like a different kind of goof. Like
He's funny. I don't particularly find Jim and Gemma that funny.
but Ziggy's funny in a more realistic way than Jim and Gemma are.
Yeah.
Gem and Gemma are like over the top cartoons,
Yeah.
and Ziggy's supposed to be like the funny guy in a tense situation.
But I like that both black and green felt like they were made after red, blue, and yellow.
Yeah, well, they have different morphers. Their suits look different.
Yeah. And that's also an interesting team dynamic because there's no pink, no white. It's just green, black, or red, blue, yellow, green, black, and then you get silver and gold.
Yeah, and I love the 2/6 Rangers, which no, they are not on my list.
I like their suits. I still don't know how I feel about them.
They're not my favorite.
So this would be my number 5. Uh, this feels low, but I'm gonna go Jason from Mighty Morphin. Um, it's all just Austin St. John being charismatic. No one says it's Morphin time like him, and I dare anyone to fight me on that.
Jason is technically on my list, but we'll get there.
um, he's just a great Red Ranger. I think he's a good leader. I like Tommy a lot. Tommy is on my list. I think Tommy works better as a supporting character. Jason is a better leader.
Yes, I agree with that.
Um,
My issue with the MMPR cast it is just they don't have a ton of characterization, which it is what it is. It's
that's
their
not
first
true.
season.
Jason likes martial arts.
No, yeah, you're right.
That's characterization.
He yells. He likes martial arts. He wears red.
Yeah,
That's all you need.
that's all. Uh, that's my number 5. And Boom does a wonderful job with him.
Well, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll talk
My
more
number
about him when you say him. What is your next one?
my number 5 is RJ from Jungle Fury.
I haven't seen Jungle Fury, so I have nothing to say about this character.
RJ is my second favorite mentor in Power Rangers. I love RJ. He's
Oof.
like a hippie. He's a hippie stoner dude who owns a pizza shop and is a master martial artist. He gives like Zen advice, but he
Mhm.
can kick ass.
Does he kick ours for the Lord?
No, he probably yells at God. RJ's just really entertaining, and he's my favorite. I like the whole team, except White isn't the greatest, but I like that whole team. But RJ's my favorite, and he's one of my favorite Rangers. Obviously, he's on the list, but and it's depressing that he never got a Lightning Collection figure.
So RJ is that was your what, number 5?
Yeah, number 5.
Uh, I should finally just watch that show. Maybe the suits work better in context.
I would say they do. They're martial arts geese, pretty much.
Oh.
I mean, that's what they're supposed to be, like martial arts uniforms that.
Yeah.
Um,
My number 4 is Wes from Time Force.
Okay.
I think he's a great Red Ranger. Is he the first Red Ranger that doesn't start as the leader? I don't really count Rocky because he kind of came in and when Red wasn't the leader already.
Technically, no. Alien Rangers, White is the leader.
Oh, I always forget about Alien Ranger.
I mean, everybody does.
Well,
But technically, Red's not the leader of that team.
I think he has a great character arc. I think that actor is pretty good. He handles like the dramatic stuff very well. I like that arc where Alex comes back and he has to deal with like his dad's dying. But like I talked about with Eric, I don't know how I feel about the end of his character arc with him taking over the Silver Guardians. But I could be one over on that.
I don't have a huge problem with it because I think it works when they come back in Wild Force.
Mm-hmm.
That team up with Wild Force is great. It's one of the best team ups.
Yeah, the one Uh, I haven't seen that in a long time, but the best part of that I remember was Eric and Taylor.
Yeah, they're really good.
No one
They're
from
Wild
Wild
Force
Force is on my list because
or mine.
eh,
If it would, it'd be Taylor, but she's not even an honorable mention. So,
yeah, and I haven't finished Wild Force.
but I do like Taylor a lot. She's
Yeah.
not on here though.
What is your number 4?
My number 4 is Jason from the Boom comics. Uh, I
Boo! Jason, all Jason or nothing.
Boom Jason, like I really like. He's probably not the best like improvement Boom does. I would say that's maybe Trini.
I think it helps with Jason or hurts Jason and Boom because he is really good. But Jason was also the best part of 2017 for me. So it's
Yeah,
not
I
as
get that.
much of an improvement. Whereas Trini in 2017 it feels like an afterthought. So Boom is able to get away with more of a reinvention.
But I think Boom Jason is the idea of. There's a quote from Shatter or not Shattergrid. It's right before Shattergrid where Grace, the original Red Ranger, says the red helmet is heavier than the others,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that as his character. He's so beaten down by being the leader.
No, it's so good. They really keep that like he is the leader. Which is funny because when you get to I think it's post Shattered Grid, and they have the second team.
Yeah.
Rocky is just a fuck up. Like they
Yeah.
keep that.
But like Jason, he's a leader of the Mighty Morphin Rangers, the Omega Rangers. He lets it get not get to his head. He lets it weigh him down. And I love that he's still that heroic character that he is in the original, but he's just has this like weight about him that I really like. I like.
Well, and he has that quote earlier on where he talks about martial arts is his self control. He doesn't do it to fight. He does it to stop fighting.
Yeah, because he used to be a bully and was hurting people and didn't
Which
want to do that anymore.
is a step up from cow masturbation jokes in 2017.
Yes, I agree. And I like a lot of what they do in Boom, but I just kind of I threw Jason on as the representative because he's probably my favorite update, but I love all of them.
Well, now we need
Billy,
your favorite form of his, the Gold Ranger.
no.
Where's the Zeo book, Boom?
I mean he's in Shatter Grid.
Oh, is that Jason
Best
as Gold?
I probably not.
I was gonna say that's probably what is it, Trey of
Trey of Triforia, yeah.
no one's favorite Ranger.
Well, I know one.
Oh,
So that was my number 4. What's your number 3?
my number 3 is Dylan.
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 Yeah, I mean Dylan's great. He's
We
probably the darkest character in Power Rangers.
so I compared Summer to Wes, but not as good. Dylan is Andros perfected.
Yeah, I agree.
And I like Andros a lot, but Dylan just takes that storyline and is able to finish it.
And you might disagree with this. I don't think it would have worked as well if they tried to make Dylan the Red Ranger.
No,
I think he can't be the leader of that team.
no. The whole point is that like he has to learn how to be a part of a team. And honestly, like maybe this is kind of selfish of me. I prefer that for that season versus the leader that has to learn how to be a leader. We've done that a bazillion times.
And I mean Scott's got his own baggage, but
And Scott is a perfect just Red Ranger for that team. He did not make my list, unfortunately, but I love Scott a lot.
He did not make mine either. I have
and I love the blue. I love Scottish Ranger too. He's peak.
Flynn almost made my list. He's on.
He
my
almost
honorable
made
mentions.
mine.
I have 7 honorable mentions, and Flynn's one of them.
he's got my favorite RPM suit. See, now I just want to watch RPM.
I mean, yeah, RPM's really good.
He's got my favorite RPM suit. That I think that actor's incredible for a
Mhm.
Power Rangers
He,
actor.
he's very good.
I really like his and Tanaya's relationship. Um, and I feel really bad for both of them at times.
Yeah.
And he gets the badass like, you're gonna need more guys scene.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
he is very good.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Dylan.
Dylan.
Is he the only Power Ranger without a last name, by the way?
Uh,
Because even on Wikipedia, he's just Dylan.
no, there are a lot of Neo Saban Rangers don't have last names
Oof.
because they just forgot to give them last names. I
Well,
think half of the Samurai cast doesn't have a last name.
that's unfortunate.
Megaforce, I don't. They might not. They might, but I can't remember.
That's okay. I
And
forgot Trent's last name was Fernandez
yeah,
because his
well,
dad's name is Mercer.
but he is Trent Fernandez Mercer, I think, right?
I just have down Trent Fernandez. You might be right.
Now, maybe not, but I thought Mercer was in there somewhere.
If we ever do a villain ranking, Mesogog's gonna be really fucking high.
Yeah, and then one of my favorites you don't like at all, but
Who's that?
Grum from SPD.
Crumb sucks.
No,
What is your?
well,
What are we at? Number 4,
3.
3. What is your number 3?
My number 3 is Tommy, but from Dino Thunder. Specifically Dino Thunder, because I like Tommy in every season, but I think he's at his best in Dino Thunder.
No, that's fair.
He steps up into the mentor role. That's my favorite suit of his, and I think, like you said, Tommy works better as a supporting character. I agree, and I think he works even better as a mentor.
As a mentor. Well, because you have that decades of experience at this point.
Yeah, and although I think canonically he's only supposed to be like 25, which makes no sense.
Well, if Power Rangers moves in real time, no, that can't be.
He'd be like 30.
He'd be in his 30s, which makes that scene, aren't you a little old for this, really funny.
Yeah.
Dude isn't even older than some of the cast that came before him.
No. And but he's really good in that show. It sucks. I think that show would probably edge out as my number 1 if he was in it for the whole thing.
Yeah, that's my big thing with his role in that show is he's really good. I just need more of him physically there.
Yeah, he's gone for like a little under half, which sucks. And
Yeah.
it really.
But I haven't watched that whole episode, but I do really like that bit where he's fighting like his previous incarnations.
Yeah, that's a.
Except they ruined the green suit.
That's fine.
No.
No, and Turbo's not even there.
That one annoys me.
Yeah, although I've said this before, Tommy's really out of character in Turbo.
He is, but I mean, he's still a Turbo Red Ranger.
Yeah. But so
because I don't think Tommy, was it Megaforce that he comes back again. I don't think he even acknowledges it with the Master Morpher, does he?
It's in there, but he doesn't use it.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was my number 3. What's your number 2? Your 3 was Dylan, right?
Yeah, my number 2 is. Wait, I've lost track. Oh, my number 2 is Connor.
Okay.
I like that he's a good leader, but he's not a perfect leader. He gets in his own head. He says he puts his foot in his mouth. He sometimes struggles to understand his other teammates, especially like Ethan and Ethan mostly. But at the end of the day, he and he's one of the main Rangers I think of that has that episode of, do I want to keep doing this, or do I want to do what I want to do, which for him is soccer.
Yeah.
and he ends up choosing, of course, the good path, the Power Ranger path. Um,
I I do I don't I think that's a show that is a little not hurt by the ending. I don't like in that show specifically that they give their powers up at the end
mhm.
because
It's fine. They get it back in SPD.
well, they don't because they're from the past, so it's like the powers are from the past, so they don't get them back.
Well, no, because when they go to the future, they give them their powers back.
Yeah, but I think they get taken away again.
Oh, do they? No, I've never been a fan of taking powers away at the end of seasons
Yeah, I
because
don't like it at all.
you're probably gonna do a crossover. The next season, it's tradition at this point, and it just leaves them open if you want to do more stuff with those characters.
And I love the Disney era. There's only 2 Disney seasons that don't do that.
SPD and Mystic Force.
Jungle Fury.
Oh, interesting.
They lose their powers at the end of Mystic Force, which sucks.
Although I will say what I like about it is usually they give up their powers to defeat the big bad. So at least it's not just like it's not the Superman thing of I'm willing in Superman 2 of I'm giving up my powers for a selfish cause.
Yeah. It's weird in RPM because I feel like they should just keep them, but Dr. K is like, give them back.
I'd buy that from her.
Yeah.
But to be fair, at least especially with RPM is created for a specific purpose, and that purpose is done.
Yeah. I suppose. So your number 2 was Connor.
Connor.
So I know who your number 1 is. My number 2 is a character that I don't think John likes, but he's my number 2, which is Sky from SPD.
I don't dislike Sky. I'm frustrated, and this kind of was my whole experience with SPD. Is I like all these little character traits that they introduce, but then they're gone the next episode, and then they come back maybe 10 episodes later.
I get that. Sky is his dad was the Red Ranger. He really wants to be the Red Ranger, but he's arrogant. He's a dick. So he doesn't get to be the Red Ranger.
He is Eric but worse.
I like Sky more than Eric. Sky is like he's competent and he's not really a bad guy, but he's just kind of like he's kind of abrasive and he takes himself too seriously.
So Eric.
Okay. And then but he really looks up to his dad and wants to do what his dad did, and he's a hero. He's just not.
I need more of that in the forefront of like there's all these little moments that you could point to of him learning how to take command versus issuing commands.
And then the episode where he briefly gets to be the Red Ranger and take down the guy who killed his dad is my favorite episode of Power Rangers.
It is really good.
So I feel like I can't have a top 10 Power Rangers list that doesn't have the guy who's the center of my favorite episode.
I will say, I know it's probably from behind the scenes things. I think it's a mistake in Once a Ranger, or is it the Operation Overdrive episode?
Yeah.
That the Green Ranger is the Red Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been Sky.
It should have been Sky.
I assume that's just the only actor they could get.
Yeah. Bridge is peak, and he almost made the list, but I had to put Sky on here.
Yeah.
Bridge is maybe my favorite comic relief Ranger, but we limited.
That's not true. Season. That's Ziggy. Come on.
I don't know. I love Bridge, but we'll get to honorable mentions. So that's Sky. What's your number 1?
Well, before we do number 1, I'm going to go into honorable mentions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
My first honorable mention is TJ. Specifically in space, TJ.
He's on mine too.
Yeah.
He's also an honorable mention for me.
I can't speak much for him as a Red Ranger. My main experience with him as a Red Ranger is in Forever Red. But I think he's a fantastic Blue Ranger. I've always read the Blue Ranger, at least typically, as second in command. especially like I'll double down on that in space. Like he becomes like the second in command.
Which I think is funny is, and this is just like some deep cut nerd stuff, but he in Mega Ranger he's third, and his Zord is three, but he's clearly the second in command, so it's just kind of funny.
That's amazing.
Because when they get the Mega Voyagers, his is the Mega V3,
Yeah.
but I mean,
He
he
kind of has the same thing as a lot of the Saban era. It's all that actor. I think that actor's really
yeah
cool.
yeah I like the actor Selwyn Ward. I like him a lot.
Um,
And
and this is
I
gonna
think
be
he's a great
weird. I love the in space civilian outfits, like the
yeah I
color
get that.
coded like spandex with the coat.
Yeah. I get that. I like him as a Red Ranger a lot too.
I
He's
just need to
bet like
watch
I
that
mean,
stuff.
it's blasphemy, but he's better than Tommy in that show specifically. Like that show gets better when the original cast leaves.
So I've been hearing a lot lately that there was rumors that Adam was going to be the Red Ranger after the shift,
Yeah.
and he was going to be the only one to stick around. Do you think that would have been good? Like, could that have worked?
Yeah, I think that would have been cool if they did it because it would have been like you're passing the torch to lead an entirely new team of the guy who's been here for a little while.
Because that's what's weird about it is they just find a bunch of people on the street and like, you're a Power Ranger now.
Yeah, which retroactively makes the most experienced person on that team Justin, uh,
Yeah,
which is awesome.
that's amazing. I didn't think about
I'll
that.
I'll show you some second half Turbo at some
I'll watch
point.
that.
It's pretty. I have some more fun with that. The pizza episode is second half Turbo. We'll watch
Uh,
that one.
so Roku, so your was also TJ.
Yeah.
So my point leads into my next honorable mention, which is Adam.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, this is 95% because of the 95 movie. Uh,
Yeah.
that's the only place that I really like Adam. Outside of, I like some of his appearances when he comes back that I've seen.
Yeah. I like him in space, and I like him in Overdrive.
I feel like, unfortunately, like with a lot of the replacement Mighty Morphin cast, he gets overshadowed. But he's really funny in Mighty Morphin, the movie, because he's got that whole bit where he's like, "I'm a frog."
So just let's list off all your honorable mentions, and I'll go through mine.
Okay, so Adam Park and then Andros. I like Andros a lot. Zach, and last but not least, Carter Grayson. And Carter
Okay.
is only there because I haven't seen a lot of Lightspeed, but everything I've seen him in, Carter's awesome.
So we share two honorable mentions. We got Carter and TJ.
Okay.
I have more than you, but I just couldn't narrow it down to five.
Just read yours
So
off,
I
it's fine.
so I have Udana from Mystic Force, one of my favorite mentors. Um, and she's good in that show. Bridge from SPD. I love Bridge. Carter, Trent, um, Flynn from RPM. He's Scottish.
He's got
He's
it.
def-
I love that that's
uh,
his like prevailing character trait.
and he's smart. TJ, in space, but I like him in Turbo too. And then I have Kendall from Dino Charge, and she's an honorable mention because I like her. I like her more when she's not a ranger.
Interesting.
She's like their tech support.
Mhm. Oh, so she's Billy.
Yeah, she's Billy, and then she becomes the Purple Ranger. Um, and that show is not the best, but I like her, and but she's an honorable mention. And then the other one is Jared from Jungle Fury, who is the main villain of that show, but he has a ranger form, kinda. It's just it barely counts, so it's on an honorable mention. I just like his suit a lot, and I like what they do with that character.
Okay,
All right,
time for our
number
number
one.
ones. Mine is the most basic bitch pick of all time. It is Tommy Oliver. If I have to narrow it down, it's his Green Ranger tenure and his Ranger tenure is the Black Ranger. Those I think are the best. Tommy's. Green Ranger Tommy was just a menace, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he showed up and he kicked all their asses. None of
I'm not
this,
gonna
like,
call
one-on-one fight. No, he took on all 5 of them at once and won.
Yeah, I love that stuff as a kid. And I like Tommy a lot, but I like him most as the Black Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
But Green is his other best showing.
Yeah. White could have been good.
I
I
like
just,
White. It's just,
I think the problem with White is at that point, it's the Tommy show.
yeah.
Jason's gone, Zach's gone, Trini's gone.
Mhm.
The Red Ranger feels like an afterthought.
Well, yeah, it's Rocky.
The only Ranger to take himself out.
Yeah. If we do a bottom 10, it's
He'd be
almost
like number
irrelevant.
1.
We have the same number 1. It's Rocky.
2 of my least favorite are Blue Rangers, because Justin would also be on there.
Now, Justin's peak.
Then you said it already, but tell us about Kruger, your number 1.
Yeah, so my
By
number 1 is
Kruger.
my Kruger, my beloved. My number 1 is Kruger from SPD. My favorite suit in Power Rangers. One of my favorite character arcs in Power Rangers. The whole thing with his wife is, like we talked about. It's weird that his wife comes back at the end, but it is what it is. I love his characterization. He's my favorite mentor. I tend to like mentor characters anyway. But he's, I think, the best of them. He's
Stay tuned for our top 10 mentors. I can name like 3.
Yeah, well, top 10 mentors is almost irrelevant at this point for me, because 3 of them are on my list.
Oh.
Or two are on the list. One's an honorable mention. And those are the ones that turned into Rangers. I love when mentors are Rangers. That's just
No, it's a
thing
cool. I like that dynamic. I think the only time that like the mentor not being a Ranger works for me personally is Zordon, because he
Yeah.
feels larger than life.
Yeah.
Even if I don't understand his philosophy of never escalate a fight.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. But, and then Kruger, I mean, a lot of it's performance. I love.
I
John
do love the
Huey's-
way that guy growls and snarls at people.
I love
Enough!
John Huey's acting. Enough. I think one of my favorite ones of that is in his debut when he's fighting that guy and he goes, "My wife." That's one of my favorites.
It's so good.
That whole speech where he's like, he's doing the guilty innocent thing and he gets innocent. And he's like, "Well, anyway."
To be fair, that it was innocent for that very specific thing. The guy
I
was
know.
guilty.
Of many other things.
Yeah.
But I love I love Kruger a lot, and I think a part of it is his debut is my favorite fight scene in all of PR.
Ooh. I don't know.
The 100 Crybots getting cut down, and then that duel with Banog is just
It is
incredible.
good. But I don't know. I don't know what my favorite fight scene is. I do. You're gonna call me biased. I do think I prefer the first Green Ranger fight, where he like kicks them all out of the Megazord, and then kicks
I like
their
that one.
ass.
See, my favorite Green Ranger fight isn't even that one; it's the last one with the 1v1 with him and Jason.
No, that is really good too.
I remember the specific move where like Tommy kicks over his head when he like.
Well, and then I like in Mighty Morphin the movie where they just give up on the laws of physics, and Tommy can do like a spin kick from all the way up here, and maintain that momentum.
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, but
It's
anyway,
incredibly
I love
didn't
Kruger.
throw up in that helmet.
Speaking of defying the laws of physics, Kruger, how can he can't fit in the suit, but he figured it out.
He figured it out, folks. It's okay.
All right. It's okay.
So yeah, that is our top 10. This could change, at least for me, as I see more, because I still have to
Oh,
finish like Jungle Fury, and Mystic Force. To be frank, I don't see this changing because I don't want to say nostalgic, but like I've liked these characters for a while. The newest addition to this is Doggy Kruger.
I could see this. Mine will change because I'm
Dumb.
indecisive and it'll flip around. My number one's probably gonna stay the same forever, but
Yeah, sort of.
no.
Or that Zed Ranger from the Boom comics.
I mean, he's cool.
Eh.
He's fine. All right.
But yeah, so like I said at the beginning of the video, this is kind of just an experiment to see if there's any interest in a channel like this. We obviously would cover Power Rangers. That's more my safe area. But we'd also do some Sentai because that's what Hayden's into. And I think Hayden might kill me if we don't do Kamen Rider, so we'll probably do that.
Yeah.
All of this depends
Well,
on how this video does. So if you want to see that stuff, hit the like button, throw us a subscribe, and comment below. What?
what?
You were gonna say something.
What? Oh, well, we're done, so it's fine.
Oh, well.
I was gonna say I'd like to do Ultraman too if I could make that happen.
Okay, and we'll look into some Ultraman. We're still recording, so you could say that.
Well, yeah, we gotta edit it because it's all fucked.
It's all fucked, man. All right,
It's fucked.
I'm gonna try this again. So like I said at the beginning of this video, if you would like to see more content like this, and not just Power Rangers, obviously that is what I have the most to say about. But we'd be interested in doing some Sentai, some Ultraman, some Kamen Rider, etc. Discussions, maybe commentaries, comic
That,
reviews.
that's kind of my end. That's my expertise.
Yeah,
And then John, although John and I are probably even on PR, but we're like,
different eras.
yeah, for sure.
Um, but if that's something that you guys would be interested in, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and throw us a comment down below. And thanks for watching. If you made it to this far, have a good night.